So this is what we call our regional SparkPoint video. So this is a combination of SparkPoint Marin and SparkPoint Skyline College. So there are 10 different SparkPoint centers throughout the Bay Area: Contra Costa County, Marin, Solano, American Canyon, Oakland. We are the newest SparkPoint center, and we're located here in South County. Each SparkPoint center, I need to say, has different services to help families become financially self-sufficient. Although we have different services that we provide, we all have the same goal, and that's to help you increase your income, reduce your debt, and build your savings. So why SparkPoint? The next slide is just going to talk about what we're going to learn today. So why use SparkPoint? We're going to talk about some common financial problems. We're going to talk about what our SparkPoint approach is, what does financial success look like, and the importance of measurement to track your progress, and then what we as SparkPoint Fremont Family Resource Center has to offer you. So in addition to the Fremont Family Resource Center SparkPoint core team, we have other SparkPoint partners. So we are the lead agency. We are part of the city of Fremont. So we're the lead agency in the coordination of SparkPoint here, but we have 11 other partners that are located either here at the FRC or outside of the offsite. So Alameda County Social Service Agency, I'll go through each one of these, just briefly give you an explanation of the services that they provide. So they have public benefits there. CalFresh, formerly known as Food Stamp. They have Medi-Cal, CalWorks programs. The Tri-Cities One-Stop Career Center, or the Employment Development Department, they're located in this building. They offer job search assistance, so access to computers, fax machines to help you find a job. We also work with Tri-Cities One-Stop Career Center, also located here and at the Ohlone College campus in Newark, and they offer job skills assistance. So if you're interested in learning how to write a resume, or get your if you have a resume and you want it critiqued, they can help you do that. They also offer a lot of workshops for career searches, how to use the internet to do job searches and things like that. And then when you're a SparkPoint client, you have access to their career counselor, so that they can work with you to try to explore different career options and kind of guide you and help you get to where you want to be. We also partner with Tri-City Volunteers. It's a food pantry that's located on Joseph and Peralta. They're here in central Fremont. And they're a food pantry, but they also have a very affordable thrift store, if you're interested, and that's open to the public. So I had a meeting one time with their executive director, and they get donations that come in from all over the place. But she said sometimes people come in, and one guy came in and he was going to a job interview. He didn't have a suit. He found an Italian brand suit that he got top and bottom for $2. So it's quite a find. So if you or your client, or not your clients, but you or your clients, I guess I should say, know of any or have a need, you should check it out. You can find some really good finds in there. Child Care Council of Alameda County, they provide child care subsidies, especially for those who are at the CalWorks program. They also have referrals to child care agencies and services. And what's coming up and what's very new, we just met with them this morning. We haven't even updated our slides, but we're going to be working with them because they're going to offer micro enterprise projects. So anyone interested in becoming a daycare provider and opening up a daycare in your home, we will connect you with that agency so you can start going to the classes and learn about this micro enterprise project. Maybe it's something that you might want to consider. The Fremont Adult and Continuing Education School, Fremont Adult School, so they provide different classes, English as a second language, basic computer classes. Maybe you're interested in getting your citizenship, so they have citizenship classes, among other things. East Bay Agency for Children, or Fremont Healthy Start. They're located here in this building. They're the folks that staff what we call our Welcome Center, which is at the center of this building. They offer assistance with completing applications, whether it's a housing application, a Medi-Cal application. They also provide information about family medical insurance. And if you go there on different days, you'll find a worker that's there that speaks a different language. I think there's 6 different language capacities there. They have Spanish, Korean, Mandarin Cantonese, Urdu, Farsi, and Vietnamese. Bay Area Legal Aid. So that's a partner agency that's off-site, but they come here and they hold legal clinics once or twice a month. Jane is kind of in charge of that, but they come and they provide services for debt counseling, consumer counseling, consumer credit counseling. They also do limited family kinds of law, only if it's related to domestic violence. Okay. Then we have Mission Asset Fund, and we'll talk a little bit more about them later. Opportunity Fund and Project Sentinel is located in Sunnyvale, but that's the umbrella organization, but they have an organization here in this building. They offer foreclosure prevention counseling, and they also offer housing, landlord mediation services. And then I'll talk a little bit more about these 2 organizations later on in the presentation. So now I'd just like for us to take just a quick moment to talk about some common financial problems. Like, what have you seen out there that, as far as financial problems? We'll chart that. Anyone? I'll add one. How about I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money and I can't pay my bills. Anything else?
Can't make my mortgage payment.
Can't make your mortgage payment. That's a huge financial problem and a common one. Anything else?
Don't know how to budget.
You don't know how to budget. Anything else?
Rent too high.
The rent is too high, especially in the Bay Area. How about for you young ones here, you young folks here? Any financial problems?
No. I can't think of none.
What's that?
I can't think of none.
You can't think of anything? Okay, that's good though. That's a good list. And, oh yeah, Cornelia?
No health insurance, so big medical bill.
Okay, no health insurance, high medical bills. True. So that's a good list. And what you all set up there are really the common problems that we're finding with our SparkPoint clients that we're working with. So, I don't make enough money, and if you don't make enough money, what happens? Your income is lower than the cost of housing. You don't have enough money for just the basic necessities. I have too much debt. Debts are greater than your income, so we don't want that to happen. It's difficult to stay ahead when you don't have enough money or you have too much debt, and missing payments reduces your credit score. I have a low credit score, so when you have a low credit score, it's hard for you to get a loan when you need it. And when you are able to get a loan, what happens? They're usually high interest rate loans. I don't have any savings. They say that to survive financially, you should have at least 3 to 6 months of savings of money in your savings account, enough to cover all your bills. And that's really difficult to do. So folks who don't have any savings are living paycheck to paycheck. There's no reserve funds. And sometimes you're forced to borrow from family and friends, and that in and of itself can be very, very stressful. So what we're going to talk about here, this is what we call the Cascade Effect. So we talked about all these problems. One of these problems is difficult enough to deal with. When you layer these problems one on top of the other, this is what happens. So let's say you're living paycheck to paycheck. All of a sudden now you have a hospital emergency. You go, and then all of a sudden you get a bill from the hospital for $1,000. So what do? You try to use your credit cards because you don't have any savings. You try to use your credit cards to pay for all those medical bills. And when you do that, you run out, you've maxed out on your credit cards, you can't pay your bills on time, now you've got some late fees. So you can see how maybe one small thing can lead to another. There's this domino or this cascade effect. You know, this is you know, if you're late with your payment, your bills are late, your credit score drops, you're short on rent. What happens when you're short on rent? Month after month, you can get evicted. So this is really a nightmare of a scenario, but this sometimes happens to folks. So we're here to help you avoid all of that by planning and being wise with and learning about financial or money techniques. So SparkPoint to the rescue. I want to say SparkPoint is here to help you rather than SparkPoint to the rescue. So the core model of SparkPoint is that you are going to be working one-on-one with a financial coach. That, I mean, if you were working with a financial coach outside, they may charge you. Here it's all for free. So the financial coach will work with you for as long as you need him or her, and they're here to provide you with knowledge, and they're here to empower you and provide you with resources. So knowledge as far as, you know, a lot of folks who come to us, you know, when you deal with your finances, it's really hard. I dread opening up my bills. I have to do it, but I just dread it. So dealing with finances is really hard. A lot of folks who come to us, sometimes they don't know the different financial terminology. What's a credit? What's a debit? You know, maybe they don't quite understand what the banking fees are. What are loan terms? Things like that. So we're here to provide you with information. We have financial education classes that you can attend all for free to learn about some of these basic money management techniques. We're here to provide you with resources, access to asset building programs, access to public benefits, so we would screen you to see if you might qualify, and that can help you. If you're, you may be eligible for CalFresh benefits or food stamp benefits, and may be able to get some money in your pocket, in your hand, to pay for groceries. So the money that you save, you know, having to take money out of your pocket to pay for groceries because you have CalFresh, you could use this money to put into savings or to pay off another bill.